When we talk about greatness and we talk about success, we think of stories of overcoming, about women and men who have faced tremendous hardships and odds where surely they would fail, but they pressed on, pressed on, pressed on until they finally overcame. And the thing that makes a story great, the thing that makes people great, is two things. One, that they faced great hardship, and two, that they overcame. Hey, it's the Lucas Scrobot, and you're listening to Weaver and Loom. Imagine if you were born as one of the richest people of all time. You're a king or a queen. You've been born with billions and billions, if not trillions of dollars. You're born into a world where there's no sickness. You never experience any pain in your life. Everyone around you is there to serve your every need, your every beck and call. You live for 100, maybe 200 years. Everything's peaceful. Every day is full of bliss and joy and happiness, laughter, sunshine, rainbows. And then you die a peaceful death in your sleep. Would you consider that the story of a hero? Would you look at your life and say, I was super successful. I was a hero. I overcame. No, a story like that doesn't sell. The reason that we don't watch films like that, and there really are no films like that unless it's a satire, is because those films don't grip us. Those films don't motivate us. Those stories don't speak to us on a deep core level, a level of beyond just our psyche, but our very nature of humanity. Because as humans, for thousands of years, we have learned to survive and overcome hardship after hardship after hardship against incredible odds. We have survived and overcame. And when we look at role models and the stories that we listen to, we're not the videos about success on YouTube are not about people who were born with billions of dollars and just continued on their whole life with billions of dollars. But we love those stories that talk about rags to riches. We love the story of Bill Gates. We love the story of Steve Jobs. We love looking at the story of Jeff Bezos, as how he's in a garage with the Amazon spray painted on a piece of plywood, to him becoming one of the richest people in the world. It's that story of overcoming. Here at Weaver Loom, we've talked about some of those stories. We talked about the story of Arachne and how she was a simple farmer's daughter, a nobody of nobody in all of society, and she was able to weave her own destiny. And it didn't just become about her, but it became about the mortals' plight against the gods who were abusing them. As she wove her tapestry, beating Athena, and at the same time saying, hey, you guys are abusing us as mortals. She had a greater call and purpose, and she wove that. She created that. We love those stories. We love the story of Sir Nicholas Winton, who was a seemingly just obscure, ordinary person that did great things, saving hundreds of children from certain death. If you don't know that story, a few episodes back, we told that story. Or the story of Captain Shrouder, who, against odd after odd, after hardship after hardship, to attempt to save nearly 1,000 people's lives, going to great lengths. And at every turn, there's failure and failure and failure, but he strives to overcome. We love these stories because they speak to us at a deep level. We often forget that each one of these individuals, they had an excuse that they could have pushed back on. They could have said, well, I was born a poor farmer. Who am I to weave my own destiny? I'm a girl. Who am I to weave my own destiny? Well, I'm just a stockbroker. Who am I to try to set up an underground railroad to save hundreds of children? Well, I'm just a ship captain. What can I do? Well, I'm just a little black lady named Rosa Parks. What can I do? I have nothing. I'm nobody. I have no political clout. What can I do to change the system around me? Everyone has excuses. And we talked a little bit about how we need to, in a previous episode, we talked about how we need to not live in a fantasy world, but we need to live in reality. We need to be aware of our shortcomings. We need to be self-aware of the areas that we might have pain, suffering, hardship, wounds in our life, and we need to become healthy and whole people. We need to seek out that healing. We need to seek out that restoration. We need to find and reconcile and sometimes confront and sometimes reconcile relationships that are causing us pain and hardship, that have wounded us in the past, that we're now masking over, trying to fill that void, trying to fill the pain, trying to ignore the wounds that are festering. We have to address those to become whole, healthy, and strong people. But those things cannot be an excuse. Something that happened to us yesterday, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, or before we were born cannot end up being an excuse for us not to press on and overcome the hardships that we face. The thing that makes a hero in a story so great, that we resonate with, that we are attracted to, is the fact that they were pushed down time and time again, that they were seemingly defeated and overcome. They were pressed, they were crushed, they were afflicted. But the thing that they all have in common is that they never gave up. They never shrunk back. They always pressed forward. They always sought to find a way where there was no way to be found. So on Weaver and Loom, we are changemakers. We are people who are going out into the world saying that there is a destiny, a purpose that we were born to fulfill and create. And it's our responsibility to knot after knot, brick after brick, drip by drip, write and weave that destiny. And that means never giving up. It means staying connected to our work. It means being connected to the pain that we have so that we can move into health and wholeness, so that we can go and help other people find their wholeness as well. Because at the beginning, the middle, and the end of the day, doing great work means helping people. Because that's all there is in this world. It's helping people. It's helping people achieve and reach their dreams and goals, achieve and reach their place of wholeness, achieve and reach their purpose, their destiny, the thing that they were created to do. And that's the role of each and every person. We are all together to serve one another, that others might succeed. But that requires us never backing down, never giving up, never laying down and just letting the circumstances of our life dictate who we choose to be. So today, I urge you, I challenge you, press forward. Maybe there are areas that you've given up. You're like, you know what? I've already failed at this once, twice, and I know it's what's in me. I know that this is what I want to do. I can't stop thinking about it. I can't stop dreaming about it. But I know that there's this gap that I must jump, that I have to overcome. Don't give up. Don't shrink back. Don't take no for an answer. If you've set your eyes and your sight on a vision, give your full self. Blood, sweat, tears, sleepless nights, early mornings to fulfill that purpose and that destiny that you were born to do. never give up. In the face of opposition, never shrink back. Thank you for listening to this episode of Weaver and Loom. Please share this with someone. Encourage someone else today to never give up and never shrink back. If you have any questions about this episode or any other episodes on Weaver and Loom and or Own the Future, please send me a voicemail, a message right on the website, lucasgrobot.com, and or Instagram, WhatsApp. If you have my contact, send me an email. I'd love to hear from you. As always, I'm Lucas Grobot, and you're listening to Weaver and Loom, where destiny is woven.